Hello there, everyone, and how are you guys today? Well, we would just like to remind you to like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. Now,
Hello, my sunflowers. How are you? Well, I hope everything with you is well, and I hope you're
yes,
having a wonderful week so far. And we're getting ready to approach the weekend, so enjoy this last evening and tomorrow, and then you'll be Friday evening, Saturday, and then Sunday you're back to work. Thank God for the weekend. Yes,
yes,
yes. Well, speaking of weekends and speaking of love and having fun, I got a chance to talk to my cousin today who lives in Florida. And she happens to put my mind at ease because I was really worried. And
Mhm.
she was letting me know that Florida is such a big state that not all of it is affected. It is not, it's bad, but it's not as bad as it seems. It's bad like that in areas, but it's not like all of Florida is underwater. So no, it's not like that. She says, as a matter of fact, where she's been, it's been comfortable. The sun was out. She's okay. She said the rain might be coming or could be coming, but she was okay. She's fine, had no problems at all.
Great to hear that.
So it was good to hear that. And most of all, it was good to hear that she was safe, snug as a bug in the rug. So
Yes.
So with that being Hurricane Milton, that
Yes,
Milton is an old name.
it
And
is.
it is really as old
So was
and
Helene. That's an old name.
Helene,
Or
but
Helen.
Helene and Milton.
Yes.
Milton, I don't even think nobody named their children Milton anymore. Not in this country. They might. God bless the child who have his
For
own.
real.
But Milton. And Milton has just been doing something. But before we move on, you have to understand that even though people don't believe it, a lot of this is global warming.
Yes,
It's
I'm
global
hearing the talks of
warming.
it.
And I know we don't want to believe. Do you know anything about global warming?
Yes, that
Do
definitely.
you know anything or do you know a lot?
Um, I know quite a bit.
Okay, go
Yes.
ahead on. Go ahead on. What are you? The physicist. Go
Yes,
ahead.
thank you. Before I pull out the physics, I did just recently hear that I'm not sure if it was Bill Nye talking about this, but there was a climate specialist talking about how the waters on average this year has been hotter than usual.
Right.
And just recently, Florida had their water temperatures at 101 degrees.
Wow.
Now,
Right. I heard that.
Yeah, that's like super hot.
Right.
Especially for the human body, especially when water starts to boil at 100 or about 100 degrees. So with that being said, all that warm weather also contribute to having a stronger hurricane front. But yeah, no, definitely there is some what do they call it? Greenhouse gases.
Okay.
Specifically, carbon dioxide is definitely one of those greenhouse gases that trap in heat instead of letting heat escape like it should. So, with that being said, I'm not sure if having like technological cars like e-cars is going to be good for that, because really some of these fuels not only comes from the cars but also the factories that build and produce everyday things that we use too. So us humans really have to think about how to be a little bit more friendlier to the planet as we exist.
So, and there hasn't been, as from what I understand, and there hasn't been a lot of casualties. A lot of people did escape the storm, but there are people who chose to stay.
Yes.
In particular, this TikTok man who had this little tiny boat, and he chose to stay there, right there where it's really, really bad, to film this and to be in it. Well, he has caught a stir because he has $20,000 and that GoFundMe.
Yes.
Some says 100,000, and then there are people who so disturbed by it because they feel as though he shouldn't get the money at all, because they are people out there that are really sick, suffering, that need the money. Now, let me tell you this. It is up to anybody to feel free to do what they want to do with their money. Okay. To me, regardless of, they call him Captain something.
Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan. He remind me from that Run Forrest, Lieutenant Dan, from the movie Forrest Gump. But anyway, because he didn't have one of his legs were missing.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and just like in Lieutenant Dan, so the movie from Forrest Gump. So anyway, when I hear the story, I mean, he looked like a man that indulged in the sauce, you know. He do, but I don't know his life and I don't know his circumstances. And for whatever reason, he had that boat, how he got that boat, he's there and he's doing it. And if people find that entertaining, well, so be it. Because I find people going up in the mountains, traveling, and SUVs.
That's true.
Who are my couple, that interracial couple that I love so much?
Yes.
I cannot think of their name.
Yes, I will have.
But I'm always following them. I get caught up. Now with not Tia, but Tamara and her family. They just entertaining to me. So who's to say if they find this man, Captain
Dan, or yeah,
I don't think there's wrong with he's putting his life on the line.
Yes.
He said he's safe, so he's safe. What do you think, baby Crone?
I just say it's just like watching Storm Chasers, except he is deciding to go out in a place that is going to be flooded just because he has a boat. And hey, it did sound like he was speaking a little bit of sense there. Now, if the boat capsizes, I'm not sure how well your boat's going to float, but
yeah. So this is what's going on in Florida. Our hearts go out. You know, people been out without lights and stuff and things like that. I wish that I had billions of dollars. I do, but I don't. And all I have is a prayer go up for everyone that's in need and that is struggling. We send out sentiments from the Crone to you. And I feel as though all of these good love wishes that come your way, that means help is coming soon because there is power behind prayer. And I know that I'm not the only blogger. We're not the only bloggers or influencers that's talking about Florida and thinking about Florida and mentioning you, Florida, and your devastation. We wish you nothing but wholeness and wellness, and that you come out of this thing 100% wiser and 100% better.
Yes.
Right? That's what we wish. So our prayers go up to those in Florida that are really, really suffering. You know, now that we really wanted to take time out for Florida.
Yeah.
Now the next thing is, I guess everything is Diddy at this point. Right? Or do we have something to say about Bianca and
Kanye?
Go ahead.
Yes, apparently there were rumors that they had split because Kanye was in Tokyo and Bianca was back home with her parents in her home country. But they did just dispel those rumors and they were out seen together in Tokyo, actually. And it seemed like she was still dressing the same.
No, she had on pants with these little boots when I saw the leggings with some boots showing the waist. Look, the girl, I don't get angry with that. Do you, boo? Do you? If you're in a place where you can do that and you got the body, do you, boo? I wish I could. Sure. I wish I had that body that I could show. I mean, I look good in clothes, but I shouldn't be so harsh on myself. But Jesus, compared to that young thing, that young whippersnapper, no, she's beautiful, and she's young, and she got an old man. I mean, to me, how old is she now? She's like 31, 32. And what is he, 56? I mean, 46?
Yeah, that is true.
Come on. I hope they make it. There was someone that asked me to read on them. I will be reading on them, but someone asked me to read on them, but I felt like they was going to get back together, and they did. That's why I waited.
She'll be 30 in January.
She's 20, and this man is what, 46? How old is the Yee?
47.
What is that? Don't say that's what, 17 years?
Yeah, that could just be about it.
What? Peepers. That old man.
18 years. Old enough to be her daddy.
Old enough to be her dad. And so you got to understand this is the typical story. And, he treats her, I don't know. She's just eye candy. What can I say? And if, when we stop being bothered with stuff like this,
That's true.
he's not, and a lot of times he's not even in this country.
No.
And we bother. I am not bothered by it at all. I am glad they're getting back together. I'm disappointed. I thought she was pregnant at one point.
Yes.
So who knows? I just wish them nothing but the best. I don't know why we just get so excited over couples breaking up. They broke up. Woo, woo, woo. I don't ever feel that way. I don't like it. This makes me feel sad. Two people that once really loved each other, they can't seem to get it together. Like DDG and Holly. I don't feel good about. They got a baby.
Mm-hmm.
No, not that a baby should keep you together, but a baby should make you want to stay together.
To have that complete household family.
Family should want that, especially if you had it.
Mm-hmm.
And even more if you didn't.
Right.
That's what I have to say. Now, I've been hearing a lot of talk about Tyler Perry.
Okay.
Baby Crone, I'm going to give it to you because you got to say something on the Tyler, what you heard. This is the word on the curve. This is what we heard,
Yes. Another name has been added to the associations to Diddy and his
to the gay mafia.
Mm-hmm. The gay mafia.
We're just calling it that. We don't know if it's a gay mafia.
We didn't coin that. Somebody else did.
But at the end of the, I think it was Dame Dash who coined. Don't let me just say what I have to feel about Dame Dash, but I think Dame Dash coined it, and who rightfully so, who hung around these people.
Exactly.
So go ahead, babe.
But yes, apparently Tyler Perry is maybe in association to bringing probably guys into these parties, luring them in from the industry.
Isn't it? There was a guy last year that said Tyler Perry. See, that don't surprise me.
It doesn't surprise me. It would make sense. Mm-mm. And then Alfonso.
Is this Alfonso Libero? From Fresh Prince.
Yes, Carlton. I will forever call him Carlton.
I forgot to dance. That used to be a dance at one point, but go ahead.
Yes. Yes, do the Carlton. So apparently Alfonso, because somebody on the internet said that Alfonso should get Tyler Perry to revive his career. And he was quick to say, I don't want anything from Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry, what you do?
Exactly.
What you do? What did you do? Because to me, Alfonso, he seems like an entertainer.
Yeah.
He seems like he just don't mess with nobody. He don't get hooked up in the chicken and jiving. And to hear him come out, it's like he knows some things. And plus he knows Will Smith. So he knows some things. Okay. And you don't know what happened to him or what they tried to do to him. Mm-hmm. We don't know. But whatever it is, he keep my name out of your mouth. Who said that?
Will.
Oh, right. Fitting.
Yeah, fitting.
It came right to me. So.
Do you want to talk about Dame Dash speaking of?
Yeah, it was funny. We the other day, Dame Dash spoke on he could have been drugged. Like when he sit back and he think about it, he could have been drugged. And you know what? What a good story.
Mm-hmm.
I could have been drugged. I said that though. I have said that. I mean, how do I know? That's why I'm so funny about things. But they can put stuff in cans and seal them back up.
Yes.
They could put things in bottles. I just see that. I'm funny. Am I?
Mm-hmm.
I can go to a cookout and won't eat before I go.
Yes.
But I will drink something. But it has to be in a can or a bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Hoping I'm safe. No punch and zip. No. Am I funny like that?
Yeah.
But you'll try out the food,
I
won't you?
sure will.
Yeah, no. I could go to like here we have a place called Martin's West, and they give things often,
Yeah,
and every season they giving something.
they are.
And they have food and everything.
Mhm.
Do I eat?
No.
And the food is beautiful. Just funny about stuff. Just funny like that.
Yeah, I understand. You
I
you
mean,
definitely gotta
I'll
be
eat
careful.
I'll eat if I'm hungry, but it would be very little. Would you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that would be rare.
Yeah, Diddy teaches you to be careful,
Be
especially because almost anybody there that
Mhm.
was an accomplice to drugging, administered the drugs, all tells you that people will do something to your food, drinks, or whatever, even in your like you could be in your house, you could be somebody you beloved and trust, and you wouldn't expect them to do it. People will put stuff in your food and then act like, oh, I didn't know.
You know what makes this so bizarre to me? When I think about drugging people and putting them in that state of frozen where they can't do anything,
Mm-hmm.
it makes me think how perverted these people are. In other words, these people like making love to dead things. In other words, they're dead, like necromancy. You want that, right? That's what it's like to me. That's what came over, and my ancestor dropped that in my spirit to just be able to make love to something that can give life. It's breathing, it's living, but it can't respond.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get off on that? With the look of somebody's face, they look like who gets off? What? Ew. Who?
Mm-hmm.
It is so morbid and dark, just as morbid and dark. Think about it as it is to lay out that human cape and make it look like a real person.
Yeah.
And you hack in it and you see the blood red inside.
Mm-hmm.
It's morbid. It's darkness.
Yeah.
It really is. But let's be real. When you in these kind of places and you making this kind of money,
Yeah.
what do you do for sports? You done did everything.
Uh-huh.
You 23 years old, done did everything, did it all, had it all, ate it all, seen it all, and you're bored.
Yeah.
Let's look at this thing. This is stuff been going on for eons. I mean, they have a movie coming out, Gladiator. It's still that same mentality. What do you mean? It's still that mentality of the gods.
Yeah.
What the Hercules and the lords and the gods of those, it's like they're taking form on earth. They're embodying humans.
Mm-hmm.
You're drugging people, and don't just think it's Diddy.
Oh no.
I'm going to be honest. I shiver to think what Asians do because they hard. Mm-hmm. Ooh, I shiver to think what Australians or England when I think of Caligula. I shiver to think some of the barbaric practices that goes on in India and other countries.
Yeah.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
I shiver to think the barbarianism. So when you think about this and you look at it, it's like, how can anyone enjoy it? Who enjoys it? But there are people who would enjoy somebody vomiting while you. Who would enjoy somebody defecating? But when you're in these places, people pay to see the gross, the bizarre, the chilling. They pay good money to go black market to meet up and see these things, experience these things. They pay good money
Yes.
for amenity. So this stuff is going on. And so all I say to myself is this. I have to ask, who would want to play in these games? People that have money.
Yeah.
Money. I'm talking about the $1 billion club. I don't even know what the $1 trillion club look like. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't even, that's even smaller. The $1 trillion club.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and you best believe there is a $1 trillion club.
Oh,
so now, there is a $1 billion club. And what is about the $1 billion club? That is the $1 billion club that Beyonce wants to get in. According to Forbes, she has 800 million. She's 200 million from being. However, she's got that. Why? Because she done already got her liquor company with England. Mm-hmm. She's already sold to Adagio. What is it? Diageo. And guess what? When she went and made a complaint, why would Beyonce and Jay-Z make a complaint? They didn't make a complaint about Jaguar, right? No one's touching her, as a matter of fact.
Yes.
But they did to Piers Morgan. Mm-hmm. So why? Why did they stop this? Because they doing business overseas. They're looking out for their name. And Fox is, even though it's Fox here in America, it doesn't belong. The people that own Fox live in, Australia or England. And they own all of the big, news company.
Yes.
From, do they own? Just name one, because I forget. But they own all of that. I did a deep study on this. So they own all of this. So that let you know when they
the Wall Street Journal.
Wall Street Journal, that's just one of everything they own.
Yes.
They dominate. They're like one or two, they up there in the 3 percentile of the biggest leading news. They don't call it news. And not only that, digital in the world.
Yeah.
So this is where, when that lawyer come out and they're saying that because they're tying themselves over there in England. And so they got clout. Mm-hmm. So they could have somebody speak up, protect them over there. Over here, they don't care.
Right.
But over there, over the waters, they getting the name over there, and they don't want Jaguar right. So they didn't go after Jaguar right. They went after Piers Morgan to shut it down, because Piers Morgan works for a big, big company, an empire. Mm-hmm. And Beyonce must be beloved, or Jay-Z, because they had it shut down. Mm-hmm. And they don't say anything. So this is the first time we've seen them flex.
Yeah.
And why? Just like you asked the question, why would Beyonce be over there really, really selling Levi's? It just looks so corny. Mm-hmm. But to me, she's going into another market. She's getting hemmed up and tangled up with other big businesses. They are getting their name. They want to have businesses with businesses. Remember, he's a billionaire and she wants to be a billionaire. So at this point, there is no place they can't go. See, he's a billionaire. So she gets where she got to go because she is the great entertainer Beyonce. Mm-hmm. However, her husband is Jay-Z. Yeah. He's a billionaire. So now she can go. But now what does Beyonce want? I want my own. I want to be a billionaire myself. So with this liquor, that this whiskey she's selling, it's made her a billionaire already. So don't be surprised if you look next year and you see she's a billionaire. She will be a billionaire. She's getting in them high places. Mm-hmm. And they just flex their muscle for the first time to let you know, don't come for me.
Mm-hmm. About time they finally said something.
I wish they didn't say anything. Because as long as they wasn't saying nothing, they made me feel like they were untouchable and it don't matter. Now they made me go, ooh, but because I've been doing this deep dive, I understand exactly why. They ain't trying to get a name out there in the world. Mm-hmm. Because remember, The people that own this own Australia.
Yeah.
They own England.
Mhm.
They own the news all over the world,
Yeah.
just about, right? So that when Piers Morgan spoke that, his channel goes long.
Yes,
So
it does.
it's not like with YouTube. No, he have a channel that just happened to be on a YouTube station,
Yes.
but he is syndicated in the world. So when we're talking and we're making it and she's doing it, I ain't got to worry about that. Oh, but when Piers, the world knows. So now they got tainted. So they had to shut it down. And the best way to do it is make Piers Morgan look like a peon, saying, I'm sorry. Even though he said in the they're not here to protect them, even though he did say that. But he came up humbly, like no beef, and said, I apologize, because I could feel that way anyway. But people say, why is Piers Morgan in this? This is a scandal. And what Piers Morgan did, he brought it out to the world. In other words, people in Australia are going to talk about it. So Beyonce and Jay-Z, they don't want the world, because that's where this soul. He's in Australia. He's in all over. You okay? He's all over. I mean, that network is global. Yeah. So wherever Pierce is, his station is running all over the world, as you see, even in the United States. Did I explain that good?
You did.
Do you want to say something to that?
The only thing I find surprising is, I mean, I shouldn't find it surprising, but as a separate country who wanted to claim independence from England, it's very curious that England happens to be covering American politics and news, if you think about it. Like,
it's because the world, we in their business, so we didn't say anything when we were all over there looking at the Queen and she had cancer and tracking them down.
You're right.
They have a right.
Yeah, you're right.
These are like sister companies. They're sister. This is brother and sister. America stem from England.
Yeah.
We have a lot of the England ways.
Still do. We have Fox feeding us news.
Well, Fox, MSNBC, I don't know who all of them, but I'm just saying that's just one entity. I looked into that, and that let me know this is how powerful the Beyoncés are. They care about their name across broad. They don't say anything here. We all in YouTube. We in a hub.
Yeah.
Oh, but now that Piers Morgan, he brought that to mainstream.
Yes, he
so
did.
Now it's out. That's why they shut it down. I told you I've been saying every time something go on now my eyes are open. I see now. So now what I do, whenever somebody going in, I'm like, who is the company behind it? Who's behind it? Who behind it? It is a great name behind it. And what is the name of that company? What is it? Murdoch?
Yes, Murdoch.
It's a name. A male name. And I think that what these black men want to do, I think they want to get up there, and I think they want to play in these echelons, and I think they want to make a name for themselves if they don't get got. Because I often wonder, is the world and those echelons, are they really willing to let a black man sit on those thrones? For real. Doing business is one thing, because there is a black market. There is a black market in America, which is a big market. Dealing with black people will get you rich every time if you selling what they like. And these big conglomerates know that. So this is why they use Jay-Z and Beyonce. And now you got Beyonce over there selling Levi's. Now, I mean, I saw the commercial where she takes her clothes off and she have on her underwear and she's bent over and she goes sit down with Cowboy Carter hat. She looks sexy. I ain't giving it to her. But let me go to a laundromat and she's doing that. And my boyfriend, I don't have one. But my male friend is with me looking at that. I would be offended. I would report that. She need to be arrested.
Get for real. Public indecency.
Yeah, now I know that's what I'm saying. Now, like I said, she does things like that. I think the commercial was cute, but it was not realistic.
Exactly.
At all. And you had this young man over there looking at her. So, but nevertheless, it was a cute commercial. But so here we see them selling sex.
Yep.
You get Levi's, you'll be sexy like Beyonce. Even the young men will want you. So
you summed up the pitch so perfectly.
So I get it, but you got to ask yourself, why is she over there with Levi's?
Yeah, an old.
Because Levi needs a boost in their revenue. They are big. Here's another one. Made in America.
Yeah, made in America.
Big, but the original was made here, but the family is not from here.
No.
This is crazy, right?
Yes.
They may created their business here, but their name is not here. It was over there in
Germany.
Dutch. Because this stuff all goes all the way back to the 18th century. This stuff goes back. This is what you call money.
Yeah,
okay. And so when I was thinking about it, so this is the game. This is where they are. So now that leads me to, if they're playing like this, it's a matter, and I know people don't believe what I have to say, but I'm saying it. And every time I say it, that's why I say I am dealing with, what is it?
Ethics.
It doesn't matter about what I feel is right or wrong. What matters is the ethical thing about it. Now, the ethical thing is Diddy is in jail holding with no bail because they think of him as a flight risk.
Yes.
Although he has done nothing to show that he's going to get in a plane and run away.
That is true.
He hasn't done that.
No.
The next thing he has probably terrorized people, but the chances of him doing that again, I don't think so. So for them to hold them when his trial is in May, that would just be a little unfair to me. He's already been in there last month. He already been in a month.
His trial date is in 7 months.
It is set to be 7 months. Now, if you really look at it, he's already said, I'll give up my phone, I give up my passport, I give up this, I give up that, I give up everything, and I'll come. For them to hold him at this point, in my opinion, is a little unfair.
That is true, to hold him for 7 months.
Come on, I know y'all hate. That's why they put the video out. They put the video out. Remember, they are out to take down this man. And in order to take down someone, I get your people to hate you.
Yes.
How do I do that? I get them by putting this picture. He's a monster. Don't mix everything up. Just follow the breadcrumbs, okay?
Okay.
Because I'm starting to see how this thing is working. So, and look, the next leader is in line. Jay-Z. Yes. Because Jay-Z and Beyonce are saying, we'll be a better job. We'll be a better representative. We'll be more classy. We'll be this. But Jay-Z is pushing Beyonce because he knows that he's, what is the song? You gotta linger. Linger. Do you have to? Do you have to? Do you have to make it linger? Remember that?
Oh, yes.
When Blackpink was singing? Right. So anyway, that's the song that popped in my mind. And it seems like a jingle. So it seems like something going on with them. They feel a little happy. What's going on in their lives? They're not fazed by what's going on here like we think. Because they already flex with us.
That's true. They
already in line. They already know what happened with Diddy, but they still dealing with him. Even though they dealing with the Louis Vuitton aspect, they were partners when they made their deal. These two companies are going to separate. I don't know who they're going to be with, but they're up there in those enchilades, and their liquor is prime. Their alcohol, whiskey, is making money, is doing good. But no one had any doubt
Right.
Because that's what that company do. So she's already up there. She's making money. And now I would just like to know what kind of deal was made for Beyonce to go and try to revive an old pair of jeans of Levi's, which we don't wear.
That is true.
I mean, there's a deal in this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you scratch hard enough, something come up. So I know that Steele's waters run deep. So this is all money moves.
Yeah. Like you said, old money. I like it. Describes
it
perfectly.
This money is stretching like,
Mm-hmm.
what me?
And that's what she's trying to make her pockets look like. She's
Right.
like, I need generational
This is all money. This is all money. And it's like having money for my husband, but having my own. So this is a name. She's building up her name because I think Taylor Swift, Taylor Swift and Rihanna, they're already billionaires.
Yes.
So you know she's got to get there.
Oh, yes.
I thought she was. Oh, she's not, but she is now. I'm 100% sure she's probably. And if she's not, she'll be there next year or the year after that. Mm-hmm. Because that apple, that whiskey she's selling, she's in the right hand. So right now she's there trying to do everything they can to keep their names out of those streets and foreign lands. Believe that. That's what this is all about. That's why they shut it down, because of who they are tangled up with. Mm-hmm. And these companies don't want their name. They could be in the middle of a storm starting it, but don't put our name in it.
Yep.
As much as I think the IGO set up Diddy by just blowing a whistle and sat back and say, don't do anything, let the cards fall. Mm-hmm. When that video came out, somebody said, we want the public. Let's let the public get with him. I see it. Yeah. And let's let the public. I've been hearing a lot of talk about him anyway. Let's let the public. And once the public begin to say, crucify him. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's when they say, okay. Yeah. Now they did the home. Do I think he deserve it? My question is, yes. My answer is yes. However, it gets sticky when you know that it's deeper than this. It's deeper. Do you understand? And how, and what I often want to know is, and the answer want to come to me, is why would that company trigger someone when you knew it would have a domino effect? Unless you know that these people are somehow going to get out of it. But their reputation may be tarnished. Yeah, I don't know. These things run deep. Mm-hmm. That's what I do know. Is there anything you want to say?
Yes, Diddy's mom is in the media talking about how her son is not guilty, talking about how she didn't know, or she's like asking for forgiveness. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I've heard rumor on the streets is that she's apparently on some of those freak off tapes too. Mm. We're not so sure about that. Apparently Steve Harvey and his daughter is too. That's another story. But all that to be said, Diddy's mom is just trying to plead to the public to feel some sympathy for her son and what he is going through and their family. Anything you'd like to say?
What I would have to say, and I'm going to look right there in the camera. If it was my daughter, I'd be the same way. I love my daughter. I love her when she good, and I love her when she bad. And I would be doing the same thing because I love her. And it would break my heart to see her go down in flames like that. That's what I feel.
Okay.
So I can't be mad at that woman. It don't make her right. It makes her a mother that love her child. I can't be. That's silly to me. That's normal.
Yeah, true.
How many mothers have sat by the bedside of their sons that are gangsters?
That's true.
And nurse them back to health, knowing they wrong. How many mothers know right now that their children are slinging drugs in the hood, slinging them right now, pistol in house, and they still support their child.
Yeah.
Come on.
Like they say, nothing
Let's
like a
just not
mother's
get
love.
so high and mighty. It's nothing. What you say beat a mother's love.
Yeah.
A real mother love. And sometimes we just have bad apples.
That's true.
So you stop loving them? Never will I stop loving you. Never. No matter what she did. And for that, I'm a mom. I love her. I love my daughter, and I will stand by her no matter what. What do you say about that?
Thank you.
That's what I feel. So do I get it? I get it. Am I mad at? No. My heart aches because what he has done, it has affected all of them.
Yeah.
I've said this.
You did.
No, when it came out, that party was over. But the thing is, Diddy knew that the party was over. He was talking about it. It's over, but I'm gonna just keep partying. He got too big, and then he pissed off the wrong people. He was just easy to take down. That's all.
That's true.
He was just the easy mark. Sometimes you just get cocky and you think you're invincible and you think you could do anything. And then it just takes this, just like Tyler Perry. And I'm wondering, are they going to take Tyler Perry or try to go after Tyler Perry? Or are they going to go after Jay-Z? Or are they going to leave Jay-Z alone?
That's also a good one.
See, we don't know what they're doing right now. So I know one thing. You could tell who is the power players.
Oh, yes.
In all of this.
Yep, and who has the money.
And who has the money.
Yes.
So we'll see. We will see. But we know they all been to the party. But that's not the issue. The issue is not who went to the party. It's that who went to the after party.
Yeah.
That's what they have stuff on. And he was filming everything. I wonder what they were doing.
Right.
They was doing, I don't know what, but they were like, and they were just debauchery. I could just see it. Woo! But anyway, enough of my imagination going that deep. I hope you have anything else that you want to say.
I just wanted to make a slight comment saying that
when you finish, can you take us out?
Yes, I can. My slight comment is I wish that Kim Kardashian, instead of dropping Diddy like a hot tomato and focusing on the Mendez brothers, maybe she should put her lawyer skills to helping an old pal that she just dropped right before he got raided. So
who was that?
Diddy. I'm saying that Kim.
She not going to touch that with a 10. She's a billionaire too, allegedly. Not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole. Even though she was all up in the parties, even up in the outside bed, she was laying all up in it. You know. And Kanye was already up there showing y'all with the bed. I didn't catch it, but now I'm like, what? Baby Cone pointed that out to me. She said, "Isn't that the same bed when you showed Justin Bieber?" I was like, oh my God. This is really a bed outside like that. Ooh.
Yeah, it's right. Anyway, that is it for what is going on in the news. Just I guess the best way we could say is just wishing goodness for everybody that we talked about. It seems like everybody's going through something.
Right.
So hopefully peace will find everybody, even Diddy and his family, because we just
see you get your feelings hurt. You show any mercy now? No, honestly, not cutting you off. It's their family.
Yes,
and all I say is he deserved what is fair. What is fair? That's it. What is fair? And as this trial goes on, and the more we see, and the more we find out, don't be surprised if people's hearts turn.
Yeah.
From from being hard to maybe a little understanding, or maybe more harder. I don't know, but it's just unveiling like an onion. And right now they're keeping us occupied with all these people, with all this stuff. I haven't thought about Kamala. I haven't thought about Trump. I haven't thought about anything. They're keeping me so distracted. What's going on? What? They keep hurricanes, and yet this Diddy thing that rattled us from the hooter to the hooter. No, from the tutor to the rooter. There it is.
And
it has rattled us.
apparently there is some conspiracy out there. I have no idea. I don't play video games like that, but apparently there's a game called Life is Strange where October 11th falls on a Friday, which is tomorrow.
Okay.
And in that video game, there was a bunch of like hurricanes happening. Life is being like life was strange as it was titled. So people are just like, is nobody noticing how these strange activities are happening?
Strange phenomenon. They keeping us distracted. All I can say to you, if you know what this means, I say these 2 words: stay woke.
Yes.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get so bound where you're not looking around. Keep a one eye open. There's a lot going on.
Yes.
Just stay aware.
Please.
You know, when we are being so distracted and so much stuff is coming out and so many people are being revealed, and it's just been a brainstorm since Cat Williams spoke the word.
Yes.
This has just all been timed so nicely. We don't know who know what, who know where, who know when.
You did where?
You did what? You know. So anyway, with that being said, baby, go ahead, take us out.
So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this Chit Chat news recap with us. Please give us a thumbs up if you made it this far or enjoyed the content. And please subscribe. It would really help the channel. We would appreciate it. And please comment. We would like to get a conversation started. Lady Crone does answer.
I do answer. I sit up and I go through and I read. And you know, and like I know as I'm getting a lot, maybe I don't do it all in one day like I used to. But it takes me a couple of days. But I do it. And I appreciate every because it just to take the time out to just write a comment, that means a lot. And thank you so much for all of you who send your comments in. Thank you so much. It is so much appreciated. Mwah. I send you all a blessing.
Yes. You ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Sunflowers.